The administration of President-elect Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is not looking at suspending excise taxes on fuel products anytime soon. In an interview on CNN Philippines, The Source, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas Governor and incoming Finance Secretary Benjamin Diokno said despite the new round of pump price hikes, it would be unwise to cut taxes on fuel. Diokno added that a targeted assistance to jeepney drivers, farmers, and fisherfolk would be more efficient than cutting taxes, and the government will continue that approach.
When you cut taxes on fuel, what will happen is that it will benefit everybody, the rich, the poor, the middle income. And when there's a need to put it back or restore the cut because the things have normalized, it's very difficult. It's difficult to push such measures before Congress. So I think this is a wrong move to cut the taxes at this time.
We now speak with Energy Undersecretary Gerardo Erguiza. Good morning, sir. Thank you for taking our call.
Yeah, good morning to our viewers and listeners.
Sir, public utility drivers, as you heard, are struggling because of soaring fuel prices. What is the government's plan to cushion the impact on these sectors?
Well, as discussed by Secretary Diokno, that if we're going to cut or suspend that excise tax, then it will benefit everybody. So the approach that was suggested eventually was to go to a focus of targeted group, the transport sector, the fishermen, and the fisherfolks and the farmers. So that's why we have the subsidy laid down by the government for this sector, because these are the ones that are truly affected by the increase in oil prices.
Right, but these sectors seem to be saying that the subsidy simply isn't enough. What would you say to those individuals who are saying that the subsidy just isn't helping them in the way they need to be helped?
Well, that's true, but we are in difficult times. It's pandemic, and we've had a lot of obligations. The government borrowed. Of course, that's not our part. We are just in the energy sector, but we know very well that all of these things are beyond our control. We have the pandemic, which eventually resulted to our active economic activities right now. We have high demand, and we have this problem because of this constriction in the supply. And secondly, we have this is worsened by the Russian-Ukraine war. These are all beyond our control, and this problem is not only affecting our people. Transport sector, it's affecting the entire world. So every country is trying to address this problem, and this is this time the best that the government can do. And we just ask for the patience of everybody. Of course, this has happened in the past. We've been through more difficult times, but at this point, everything seems to be manageable. Of course. Eventually, impatience will grow, but we just ask everybody to understand the situation.
Right, sir. Petrogas took the initiative to slash 3 pesos and 50 centavos off diesel prices, at least temporarily. Can other oil companies follow suit?
Yeah, we've had these meetings with different companies previously in the past because of this problem. And most companies responded by giving discounts. And this is part of the cooperation and collaboration given to us by some oil companies to extend discounts. Hopefully, as the days go by, other companies will follow suit.
Sir, do you have any projection as to if or when these price hikes will continue? What can we expect in the future?
Well, our situation right now is just like we don't know when it will rain. We don't know when it will shine. Everything's beyond our control. But we know for a fact that in recent history of these kinds of situations, it will go down eventually. And as a matter of fact, if you go back in 2011 or 2012, 2014, when it went down, it really went down as low as $30 per barrel. So we just hope that everything will settle down. I hope that this Russia-Ukraine war will be addressed, and we know that the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries have also responded. This group has committed to increase production by July. So hopefully we'll have more supply if, of course, the OPEC will execute or implement what it has committed to do. Because basically we know that the problem here is the lack of supply in the production side. So once we are able to address this, then we hope that everything will go back to normal.
Right. But before things do normalize or at least stabilize, sir, do you think aabot tayo sa 100 pesos per liter?
Under the circumstances right now, not at this point, because there are certain areas or groups that are addressing the problem also, and we know for a fact that by December, the European Union is cutting its the supply route from Russia to its group, but hopefully we'll have more production from the OPEC side. Hopefully the United States also will respond by producing more.
Right, sir. So if ever hindi tayo aabot sa 100 pesos per liter, what do you estimate the peak will be?
It's very difficult to say. But under the circumstances right now, we don't see any dramatic increase like before that will bring us to 100. But we'll see how the developments will progress.
All right, sir. Thank you for speaking with us this morning. That was Energy Undersecretary Gerardo Erguiza.